quality handmade soaps, where handmade is the best made. Proudly making soap for over 5 years, Quality Handmade Soap sets the standard in both quality and safe ingredients. Perfect for the holiday season. I'm telling you right now, you see that Black Rose soap, I got that in my shower, and man, let me tell you what, your husband or wife will love it. Use promo code VHHN2022 to get 15% off your first purchase. Link is in the description box. Let's go. Put a pin on it right there. Oh, I want to talk about, man, I don't know if this was on the docket, right? But we talked about Master P and Lil Romeo Miller now, last week. And I thought it was dead there, right? We didn't want to talk about the father and the son dynamic. It was tough. And then we seen the shit play out throughout the weekend, bro. And I got my thoughts, man.
Spit them out, man.
Both these brothers are looking kind of foolish, man. And it's wild to see when you talk about the amount of respect we have, not only for Romeo Miller, but his dad, Master P. We had Master P on the show. It was one of them names on the list that we had in the beginning of this shit, and we were very humble and happy to check that joint off.
Yeah.
And really, when it first came out, when they said they wanted to keep it private, I thought that shit was genuine, dog. I thought it was genuine.
Yeah.
And then I'm seeing Master P sitting on the camera every 5 minutes talking about it, and his son going back and forth, and I'm like, yo, this shit looking staged now. I'm not saying that what they were going through initially wasn't genuine, because I think that there are some wounds there that they played out publicly. But now when I'm looking at it, I'm like, yo, what kind of world is this? Is this shit really fake? Because you think about what Wax said a couple months ago, and people called him crazy and did all this shit, and then Romeo, and then it's like, yo, is this shit really what it is painted out to be, bro?
No. Think about what people post on these sites. You posting the best of you. You know, the best experience. You know, you might be in Hawaii. You might have got a haircut. Like, some people ain't post till they get a haircut.
Word.
Some women ain't post till they get their hair done.
Word.
Like, you're not getting like the real true story. You're getting the best of people. Even on a video app. Like, you're trying to give your best to people. Very few people gonna let you in when they're most low and they're most vulnerable. So I could see how it could be a lot of fronting out here.
Mm-hmm.
I see that. Like, some people, you know, you could look like $1 million and don't have nothing, as opposed to somebody who look like shit and got $1 million. You just never really know. So social media, to me, has never been an indicator of that. It looks good for some of the rappers and shit. You look like, damn, look at that house behind, look at that car, look at them bitches, look at that chain. I want that, but do they really own all that? But as far as with them, man, I don't know if I would say Romeo's they both looking crazy because they playing it out in the public, right?
Right.
I think there's something that Romeo, if you had an issue with your dad, hit your dad directly. What the hell are you doing going on the internet airing your laundry out like that? But the same goes to Master P.
Yeah.
But Master P did say he tried to reach out to him. That should have been it. If his family, that shit's not going into the public. Like, even if somebody's taking shots at you, like, fuck it, just leave it alone.
Yep.
Just, you know what I mean? I'm not going to go into the public and go back and forth. When we ever get a chance to talk, we talk. I'm not going to the public and doing it. But people got images to protect. People got brands and things to protect. They got an image, you know what I mean, to protect. So when you have that, you're going to jump on the internet and say shit. You're going to do that. But one thing that struck me, though, I want to talk about this, too.
Yeah.
It's him saying he didn't get his money from his dad. That hit me like, whoa. So it's like Master P said, this is bigger than this. You know, you posted something for D-Day Twitch. These are underlying issues that's being played out in front of the world that these guys have for years.
Yep. And people want to say that Romeo's crying and things like that, but hold on now.
Right.
When you talk about what he did as a kid and the money that he drew in as a business, you would think as businessmen and as proper businessmen, his father would have had something lined up to where he could have touched that money when he became old enough, when he became a dad and things like that. He shouldn't be looking at numbers and things that he did financially and realizing he ain't get anywhere close to that. And then you bring his Uncle C Murder and or Corey Miller into it.
Yeah.
Then you bring Silk, his Uncle Silk, into it. And it's like very quiet. And then this is tough, right? It was tough anyway, because we got a lot of respect for Master P. Still do, right? We're not going to let this family issue take a respect away, but it definitely makes me look at him a little different when
A
it
little more
comes
human.
to, yeah, definitely.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? And a little more Hollywood too, which kind of bothered me, because you ain't supposed to care about these phones like that. No, I love the way you promote and things like that. You're a businessman. I ain't mad at that. Like, you Texas oil salesman. You know what I'm saying? You want to get to the bag. I'm not mad at the way you promote.
Mm-hmm.
But when you have your son, and we all know that father-son dynamic is very tricky, he starts throwing these shots out here in pain, but it's a lot of truth to it. And then you follow that up, but what you doing out here on the internet, saying behind the camera, you got to set that fucking camera up behind the backdrop and think about what you saying the way you doing it. These are productions, man. This is fucking me up a little bit. This is productions. So I don't know, man. It waters it down. We've heard his business acumen isn't always the best. He likes to give people money that he doesn't know personally. This family thing is always tricky. That's why we say be careful what family you go into business with. You know what I'm saying? Because that could be tricky and get personal. So I don't know where this is going to go. It don't look like it's going to end anytime soon. They look like they're just warming up.
Yeah, and I hope they keep it off of social media.
Shit.
You know, I think at some point it will go off. I think at some point they'll talk, but just sitting back, you would never think nothing like this, though. But hopefully, like, we don't know if he gave him his money or not. But Master P really didn't address that part. I didn't hear him address the part about the money. You know what I mean? So, but then he talked about even like his other family members. He was like, he pretty much came out and said, like, look, you take care outsiders so they don't tarnish your name, but family members, you ain't do right. That's what he pretty much said in a nutshell. You know what I mean? In a comment that he said. So to me, it had my wheels spinning. Like, whoa, like, because we heard stories before. We hear stories about people like Diddy and all these different people about, damn, the artists ain't getting paid.
Right.
And you never kind of really thought Master P was one of them.
Mm-hmm.
So I'm not the pocket watching guy, you know, the guy that does that. You know what I mean? Pocket watcher JT does that. But, you know, it makes you kind of look at this shit like, whoa,
Right.
damn, Master. I just hope that, you know, I just hope that it's not what I'm thinking this is. I hope not.
We're going to find out. And if we do, we're going to have to talk about it. And that's going to be a tough conversation, but it will be brought up because it's falling toward that direction. Crazy.
Yeah, I wouldn't say that, I wouldn't call Romeo like a spoiled rich kid. You know what I mean? I think he has some legitimate gripes, obviously.
Yeah.
Honestly, I should say. Honestly, I think he has some legitimate gripes about what went on. He's looking at shit like, hold on, like, Romeo made that brand could have made 50 million for all we know.
Right.
And you looking like, whoa. I'm just saying.
And he didn't it's not like Romeo randomly brought this up. That situation where he gave condolences to Twitch triggered him from his sister. It was it was a trigger.
Yeah.
And then it went downhill. So how long has he been holding? This man is 30 some odd years old. He's been holding this for some time. And then you have personal conversations, and then you seeing, you know what I mean? You might have a personal conversation with somebody you care about behind the scenes, and you seeing on camera they doing something that fucks with a person, man. Yeah. And maybe that was the straw that broke the camel's back. So I don't want to call him spoiled either, because he's not out here running around looking for the shit. It was a moment that caught it, and then now he may be kind of just losing the rails a little bit on information he's providing to the public where we don't need to hear about it.
Right.
But I don't think he's lying. Yeah. That's crazy.
Yeah, that's sad, man. And man.
Yeah.
We shall see. We shall see how that thing, you know, develops in the next couple of days. If I think we probably won't hear nothing else about it.
Hope
honestly.
Not.
Yeah, I hope not. Because it's getting to the point where it's getting messy.
Word. Indeed.
Yeah.